What's up, guys? Welcome back to Racing Through Life. This is a podcast hosted by OpenRace, and OpenRace is a real-time virtual running app striving to connect and motivate runners, as well as help event organizers increase revenue, reach a larger audience, and provide a more interactive virtual race. The app is live in the App Store right now. If you haven't already checked it out and you're not using it daily, you should go and do that. You can race your friends in real time or enter an event and race in real time as well.
Guys, it's the new and best way to run real-time virtual running. If you haven't yet, download Matt. That was a great plug. Anyways, guys, today's podcast, Lianne Farber. She's a cross-country and track specialist who runs for Team New Balance Boston and a UNC alumni. Great athlete. And for those that don't know, this is Racing Through Life, our podcast, which we provide a little bit more of an in-depth analysis on runners from all over the world, talk about what they do to prepare on the track, on the road, and their life outside of running. Get to know them. No one else is doing this. This is the #1 running podcast. I don't know if that's affirmative.
That's a fact.
That is a fact in my eyes. So go subscribe to the YouTube. We post all videos on there, and
Spotify, Apple Music. And let's welcome Lianne.
Lianne, welcome. Cheers.
Hello.
Lianne, can you hear us?
Yes. Hold on. Let me.
Perfect. What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
Good for what? For COVID, being in a lockdown in Canada, it's been good. How's life there for you with COVID?
It's all right. We just got hit with a ton of snow in Boston, so.
Okay, you're from Boston?
I'm from New York, but I've been living in Boston for the past couple of years.
Nice. Do you plan on going to New York? Like, do your parents still live in New York?
Yeah, my mom and all of my siblings live on Long Island, so.
Oh, nice. Do you plan on going back there for Christmas and New Year's?
I think for Christmas, but it's still up in the air.
Yeah.
Trying to decide if that's a smart decision or not. But
yeah, for us, we're not. I know my family's not doing anything. It's just like our immediate household. What about you guys? You're the same, right? Same. Yeah.
Not no extended family party this year.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's what we got to do. So.
Yeah. So how are you? How's just life in general? What have you been up to lately?
Life's been good. My team and I were just in Flagstaff for the month of October and November.
Nice.
So we are kind of just back here and settling in and getting ready to go back to Flagstaff in January. So
cool.
It's nice being home for.
Do you guys have races and meets coming up in the new year? How's that kind of going?
There are meets that we're hearing about, but it's kind of or I'm not getting my hopes up too much about anything, because you never know. There's meets on the schedule and then they're canceled, or I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully there'll be some meets for us in February or the end of February. That's the plan right now. But
nice. When did you join the team?
I joined the team in 2017. Nice. So about 3 years ago. And before that, I was living in Sacramento and I was on a team out there. So I was on that team for 2 years. When did you get into running?
Or how, I guess. Both.
How?
When and how, yeah. That's what I like to ask usually.
Running is just a part of my family. So I don't think there was ever a conscious decision that I was gonna start it. It was just kind of what we did. We would go to road races on the weekends and stuff, and that was our idea of a family fun outing. So I kind of always ran. All of my siblings and I ran cross country, indoor, outdoor track, and my mom has been running since she was in her 30s, so she kind of got us all into it.
Oh, so really long, elementary school kind of thing, very starting
yeah. Not in a serious way. I would maybe run once during the week and then race on the weekend. I wasn't training, but
yeah,
it was
fun.
When
you start getting into competitive running, when you started taking it seriously, was it more middle school, high school?
Yeah, even middle school, high school, I was pretty serious, but I wasn't state champion or anything like that. I wasn't making Foot Locker. I don't think it was until college that I really started taking it seriously, and that's when I started making big jumps in my performances.
Yeah, because you stated in the email, you were a walk-on at UNC. So were you looking for like senior year? Were you looking for scholarships? Were you reaching out to schools? Kind of how was that process, and why did you choose UNC?
Like in high school?
Yeah, in senior year.
So I was looking at scholarships, but I also wanted to go to the university that I thought that I would become the best athlete.
Perfect.
And that for me, I've always liked surrounding myself with people who are faster than me or who I like look up to and respect. So I kind of knew I wanted to go to a school where I was going to be like at the bottom and like see how much I could work my way up. And UNC, like when I took my unofficial visit there, I just like fell in love with it. So I just like really wanted to go there. And the coach was like, I don't know if he was like too impressed with my times from high school, but he said that he saw something in me and he was going to give me a chance to walk on. So
Nice.
that's how that worked out.
Nice.
That's cool. What'd you like about UNC? That like just amazing.
So actually it's kind of a funny story. We went, my mom and I, my junior year of high school, and it was like the night before. So that was 2009. So it was the night before they won like the basketball national championships. And I didn't like follow March Madness or anything like that. So like the day I took my visit on campus, they had like just won national. So everybody was freaking out. Yeah. So my mom was like, you would like any school where they were like partying all over the place. I was like, I don't know, like something about this place, but it was awesome. I'm sure that had like a huge like part in my decision, but I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
What a day to go visit a school, eh? It's like everyone's like partying and like raging in the streets. You're like, and your mom was like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? Are you sure you like this school? You're like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, this is where I want to be.
This makes sense. Nice, that's awesome. So then the walk-on process, were you nervous at all? Were you quite confident going into that? How does that like work? I'm actually curious.
I was definitely nervous. It's more like, so walk-on, or how I understand it, is just that my coach gave me a spot on the team, but he didn't like have any money to offer me.
Yeah.
So he was like, I could help you get into the school. I guess they have so many like spots to offer athletes, but I guess they have more spots than they have money. So he was like, you can walk onto the team, and if you like prove yourself, you can earn scholarship, which is what I ended up doing. But it was definitely scary.
So when did you earn the scholarship? What year?
I think it was the second semester of my sophomore year.
Nice. How was that feeling?
It was great. Like I feel like my parents were kind of nervous about me going there because it is an expensive school for an out-of-state student. Yeah. But I kept on like telling them like, I swear I'm gonna earn my scholarship. I'm gonna get scholarship, and I don't know, like I kind of just manifested it. So it was a great feeling.
Cool. Did they do any like special? I've seen like some of those videos
on Twitter
online
all the time when they go to like I've seen for like football, like some volleyball, baseball players where they're like, hey, like, or they go out on the ice or like
to a walk on,
and they're like, hey, like, congratulations, like you just got a scholarship. Like, what did they do for you?
Oh, really? No,
yeah.
They didn't do anything like that. I wish. No, it was nothing special. Like, I mean, it was special to me, but no, there was no like celebration or anything.
Okay.
What was your reaction? Did you start like crying, or were you just like joy, like jump into joy, like completely happy?
I think I just more felt like I was finally being like appreciated for all the like hard work I was putting in. Because there were like girls that were my year that were on full scholarship that like were not performing at all or were injured, and I was just like, oh man, this kind of sucks when I'm like a walk on and not, I don't know,
and doing better, but you're not
getting like the reward or the.
But I knew that's what I was signing up for, but yeah, it was frustrating before.
How was the transition? Because you ran for some from high school to college. How was the transition both academically and then athletically for like competitions and stuff?
So athletically was definitely a huge transition. Like in high school, we kind of like I had a great coach and team in high school, but we kind of just all, like my whole varsity cross country team, we would just do every workout together. And so I probably wasn't very pushed very much. But I think that ended up being like a great thing in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got to college, I was like PRing in every workout. Like I was just going way too hard,
Nice.
which was fun, but I got injured pretty quickly. I got a stress fracture like October of my freshman year.
Gee.
Yeah.
Wait, so how did that? Yeah. No, what do you want to
Did that set you back like quite a bit, or no?
Yeah. So I think, so I had run like one cross country race, got a stress fracture, and then had to sit out all of indoor. But outdoor, I improved a little bit, but then my sophomore year, I was doing really well. So it did set me back, but not a huge amount, luckily.
How long for the stress fracture? Did you gain any other, I guess, injuries during your college career, or was it just the one freshman year?
Oh no, I've had a ton of injuries.
Really?
So yeah, I went like a couple of years after that, like maybe 3 years, where I had no injuries, but then I had like 2 stress reactions my 5th year of college. I think that was it.
How is like getting I always like asking when you get like an injury and you can't obviously like train or work out, how is it like mentally for you, because you're still in school, you're still studying, but you can't get, I guess, that physical workouts that you're getting in, and how is that mentally for you?
Yeah, it was definitely difficult. It's funny because I think I kind of just like blocked it out of my memory. As bad as that sounds, I don't really remember like I took like 8 weeks off my freshman year, and I don't really remember like how I'm sure it was horrible, but I don't really remember like dealing with it. I spent a lot of time in the pool, and I would kind of like translate whatever my team was doing on the track. I'd like make up a pool workout to like coincide with it. So I don't love cross training, so that was pretty rough, but got it done.
Do you have any, like, I guess, for people listening that maybe can't get the scholarship, or they're like trying to get a scholarship, or are in the walk-on kind of situation, any like tips?
I would say just like don't count yourself out, and I had some really great mentors on my team that I just kind of like followed everything that they did. And once you start working out with someone who, like this one girl that I'm thinking of, her PR was like 4:14 in the 1500. Wow. And in high school, I had only run like 4:40 something. Yeah. But then I start like trying to do everything this girl's doing all of her workouts, and then you just get confidence from that. I was like, if I can work out with her, then I should be able to race at least like somewhere in that range. Yeah. And then luckily at UNC I remember we had a meeting where we were given like standards for like, if you get top 3 at ACCs, you can get like 50% scholarship. And if you're an All-American, you get 100% scholarship. So those were like, it was nice to have like tangible goals I could work towards, instead of like just being like, when I get my scholarship. So
nice. Because you got, like, looking at your accomplishments, I'm just going to read them off here. If I'm wrong, let me know. I don't think I am. Okay. 2-time ACC champion, All-American in XC cross country. You won Student Athlete Leadership Award at UNC. So we'll talk about that one. I want to comment on that. So what's that award about? Who gave that to you? And we'll talk about that.
So this might be like a UNC specific thing, but we had something called like the Carolina Leadership Academy. Nice. Which was pretty cool. Like every freshman, a student athlete had to do like the first level, and then I think you had to like get nominated from someone to move up to the second level, and then during the third level you had to like complete this whole like evaluation where you evaluated yourself, your coaches evaluated you, and your teammates, and then like a certain number of people got this like leadership award. So it was, I don't know, I was proud of it.
Nice. No, cool. That's cool. You represented USA in the 4x1,000 meter mixed relay of 2017 Edinburgh Great Run. Talk about that. So what is that an event? What's that about?
So that was just kind of like that was my first year out of college. Nice. So that was kind of just a really fun thing I got to do, because it's probably a race not many people have heard of, but every year there's like a club cross country championships,
Yep.
which I think most people have heard of. And it used to be from that race, they would take like the top 7 and you would get to run on a USA team in Europe. I'm not sure how many countries, if it was just USA and like Great Britain and Scotland, I'm not sure, but it was like a cool way to make like a USA team. So I was trying to do that. I didn't place top 7, but I got like 15th in the race or something. And they ended up sending me on, they did like a 4x1K relay. So it was like 1K on the on like a cross country course, which was so much fun. So it's just
Nice.
That's cool.
Is that like is that like an annual thing?
It used to be, but I think that they got rid of the race.
Oh, you know why?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, and you were qualified for the 1500 meter at 4 USA championships. Out of all, I guess, kind of your accolades, like growing up, like even being a kid, high school to college, and now pro, what's been one accomplishment, I guess, most memorable, and why? Like, if there's one thing that you just remember, like, just special memory.
I think my favorite memory from college, I would say, would be like the first time I got All-American, which was in cross country. Just because the way it happened was like, it was like my biggest goal, which so in cross country, it's top 40 in the race or All-American. And I think I was like really antsy in this race and went out like in the top 15 or something crazy. And then, which was so stupid, but cross country nationals is weird because like the whole season you're used to like trying to win a race. And then you get to cross country nationals and you're like, oh, I'm really just trying to get top 40. So it was hard for me to like picture what that's going to look like. So I went out too fast, long story short, but ended up dying to like 75th place. But then in the last like 800 meters of the race, I was just like, I gotta like give it everything I can and passed like as many people as I possibly could. And I ended up like out leaning the 40th place girl. So I got 40th place by like 0.05 seconds.
Wow.
In the last like 800 meters, you went up like 30 spots.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing about cross country. Like you can do that because everybody is so close together.
It's also mental. Like I always like cross country because like longer races. How is it like when you're running like the last kilometer? Like you kind of have to forget the first few and kind of just be like, okay, I just got to push through. But it's hard. Like
yeah,
it's so hard. Firing, like you just got to. It's so mental cross country.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's all mental. I feel like most of running is all mental.
Yeah.
Like you can be insanely fit, but like you got to be mentally fit to win a race, I feel.
Was there, other than I guess sporting at UNC, how was your time there? Did you like get everything like about the place, friends? How was that?
Yeah, it was great. I loved my college experience. I feel like I kind of tried to like do everything, which I'm glad I did, but I definitely was like sick a lot and injured a few times because I was trying to like have a social life, be the best runner I could be the best student I could be, and it's just that's like the biggest change from college to post collegiately is like I just have more time to like take care of myself now, and like I don't really get sick anymore, and so I don't know, it's fun but probably not maintainable for over 4 years.
That's true. I feel that too because like we're coming to the end of like our university. We graduate in April. And this past year we've had like COVID, so we haven't been at school. We just been doing stuff from home. And knock on wood, I haven't gotten sick at all. Over the last
pandemic, I've been the healthy
but like when we were like at school, like partying like 3 times a week, and then like school at 8 a.m. It was I was sick often.
I get sick all the time in the fall. Like relatively like outside of the pandemic, like every fall I get sick like 3 times. I always get
that's how I was too.
Yeah, so then
terrible.
Now that we've been in just lockdown, just like focusing on work, like it's been busy though.
Yeah, like busy, but like we're not staying up till 3 a.m. drinking. You know?
That's kind of like the pro.
So I wanted to ask, you did cross country, so that's like 5K, 10K?
It's 6K in
6?
college.
Okay. And you also qualified for 1500 meters. So how do you And then you did the 4x1,000 meters.
Mhm.
What's your favorite like distance to run? Do you like the longer ones or do you like that shorter distance?
So I like training like high mileage, and I like training with the long distance girls, but I prefer to run like the 1500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like is that almost a sprint or
Not
kind of?
really. It's it's kind of just like, I don't know, it's kind of in between that sprint
Yeah.
and like longer distance. But like, and it's very uncomfortable, but it's only like a little over 4 minutes. So I think that's where my attention span like stops after like 4.5 minutes. I lose my attention.
What's the worst? I like asking this. Like, what's the worst like distance or like even like track event? Like something like you would not want to do. Would it be like the
Uh,
200, like the 100, like
oh
400?
no, I wish I was a sprinter. That life seems so glamorous to me.
Yeah,
Like,
Just a quick 10-second run, then nice,
yeah,
then fun.
yeah, exactly. Um, but I would say probably the 5K. Like
okay.
it hurts so bad.
Why?
Because it's just like you like in the 1500, you get to like 800 or a K, and
Yeah.
you're really struggling, but you're like, okay, I got like a little over a lap to go. I can do this. But in the 5K, you get that feeling like 2 laps in. And
Yeah, that's
you still have
2K.
like 2.5 miles.
I'm a kilometer in and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I still have so much more to go. Like I just want to leave. Yeah, that's true. Wow,
I've never run the 10K, but that might even be worse.
Oh man.
Have you ever done like a longer one just for fun, like a half marathon or marathon?
No, I've raced 10K like on the roads for fun,
Nice.
but I've never really like, I think I would like to move up in distance, maybe next year, kind of just do some of that stuff for fun.
And what did you study at UNC? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
I studied journalism.
Nice. Okay,
Nice.
cool. Why'd you pick that?
Um, I think I'm like really a creative person, and I would
Yeah.
have loved to like study art or something like that, but I'm really not like a great artist. So I thought journalism, like I focused on advertising. So
Okay.
I thought that was like a way I could I don't know, be creative, and I don't know. It was fun, but now I'm completely changing my career path.
Okay. What are you doing now?
I'm starting school next month for physical therapy.
Awesome.
I was
Where
gonna
at?
ask that. I'm mad you asked that. I had that question ready, and then you just asked. Okay.
What?
I was literally gonna ask. I knew she wrote that. It's okay. Keep going.
I knew too. I just wanted her to ask.
Okay.
But yeah, where at?
It's at Tufts University, which is in Boston, but it's like a hybrid program. So a lot of it is remote. And then we come onto campus like a couple times a year for in lab intensives.
Is that
Nice.
still going on with like COVID? I'm assuming that's still going on with like COVID and stuff.
Yeah, so our first lab was supposed to be in February, and that one got pushed virtually. But the rest of them, as of now, are still on. But it's like, yeah, every time the administration like tells us what's going on, they're like, but this is just for now, like this could all change. So
Yeah.
who knows?
We don't know. Outside of running, you're working while running as a professional on the professional track team New Balance Boston. How do you kind of time management wise take that into account? Do you like having a social life and working and training is a lot kind of, or how do you go about that?
It definitely is a lot, but we do like, I don't know, there's like a few different personalities, I feel like, in the
Yeah.
professional running world, and some people like really value their downtime,
Yeah.
and I used to be like that, but I feel like as I've gotten older, I feel like I need something else to be focused on during the
Yep.
day. So it's been nice to like come home, like I make sure I come home and have like a good lunch and like relax for a little bit. But then I was nannying for the past couple of years, so then I would go and like pick up my kid from school and hang out with him for a while. So it's definitely like tiring, but I don't know, you get used to it.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's cool. That's fun. I think it's good to kind of
Be busy.
and do different things because then you kind of get bored of that one thing.
Yeah,
At
and some
least
people don't, but
Yeah.
I've
That's one
definitely
thing
like, yeah.
I've grown into, I think, because I used to be someone that, and I still do like that downtime of, I guess, just, because I'm a big like Netflix guy. Like if I'm hooked on a show, like he knows I would watch it all in one day. Like Outer Banks. Did you watch the Outer Banks?
I didn't, but
Okay.
I've heard great things.
I binge watched it really quick. Like I'm very like that's the kind of guy I am. So when I have downtime, like I like it, but I also don't because that's all I do. I would just binge watch it. So being busy with I guess stuff that I can actually work on that means something like to me is better to be busy with because I'm being productive and doing something that's like good for me other than just watching Netflix past 13 hours,
Yeah, definitely. I'm the same way. Like I can sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day, but I feel better about it when I like was doing something all day and I feel like I can like I have time to relax and I like deserve it.
I agree with that. That's a very relatable statement. What's your favorite Netflix show?
Oh man.
It's a tough one, eh?
Yeah. I mean like of all time, probably The Office just because it's
Oh really?
Yeah. Why is that?
Everyone loves The Office. Like everybody loves The Office.
I'm not a fan.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know. Like I get probably Michael. I don't know.
Okay.
I think just because it's just like something I'll put on when I'm like, I've seen every season like so many times that I'm like cleaning the house. I can just like put it on in the background and I know what's going on. I don't have to watch it. So in that way, like, that's probably the show I've watched the most.
Okay.
But my favorite, I really love like Breaking Bad.
Okay, nice.
Right now I'm watching Money Heist.
That's a good show.
I haven't watched it.
I watched that all.
Is it good?
It's so good.
Wow. Yeah, I just started season 3.
I think there's the new ones coming out in January. It should be like the next.
That's crazy. I don't know like how. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's so good.
I don't know how they drag this out for 5 seasons.
I'm completely lost in the conversation you guys are having right now.
It's good. I don't want to like spoil anything.
I won't spoil anything either.
No spoilers, but yeah, it's good. How'd you what was the process of like getting onto New Balance Boston? Like did you was it like tryouts or scouted?
No, so the last team I ran on in California was also like it wasn't sponsored by New Balance, but some of the athletes, like we had a relationship with New Balance, so they would like send us shoes and gear and stuff, and I wore a New Balance uniform. So through that, I was able to like get a good relationship with New Balance, and I knew a lot of the people who worked there. So when that team ended up disbanding, and I was like looking at my other options, and I talked to the people at New Balance, and they were pretty much like, "Oh, there's only like 2 teams right now that are New Balance, and if you want to like continue working with us, you're gonna have to like be on one of those teams." But I kind of always wanted to run for Team New Balance Boston because I've always respected the coach and the girls on the team. So I was happy to come out here and take a visit. And then I had met the coach before too. So and his daughter, who's my teammate.
Nice.
So it wasn't like too scary of a transition because I had kind of known everyone, and I was happy to be back in the Northeast I feel like I fit in more here.
So my next question was just gonna be, what do you like better, Boston or California? But I think
you like Boston.
You answered that.
Yeah, I like Boston. California is great, but also where I was living, Sacramento, is just it gets so hot. I'd prefer the winter over like the summer there. Yeah. Really? It gets like 110 degrees.
Oh, that's crazy.
What is that?
That's very hot.
Like 35, 40?
Yeah.
It's like
there was
at least 40.
We would have to run like early in the morning, and it was fine because there's no humidity there. But then after that, like you can't, like I couldn't leave the house for the rest of the day.
Oh, it's that bad. It's like
you would not want to be outside. It's like an oven. Yeah.
Wow. But I guess
so Arizona gets that bad too.
Oh yeah,
right?
Arizona's really bad where it's like sickening, like no one like doesn't even
yeah. I don't know how people like I just can't deal with that. It makes me so I don't know.
So do you do any like winter activities, like you ski, snowboard, anything like that?
I did growing up. I snowboarded, but I haven't since my senior year of high school because I got in a pretty bad accident.
What happened?
I just fell like because I'm not the best snowboarder. So I fell and like really hurt, like bruised my tailbone, and it ended up being fine, but I had to like miss this major meet I was supposed to run in. So after that, I was like, okay, I gotta put my running first for a while. It's just not worth it.
Difficulties. Like
I'm good. I'm
you
good. I'm
see
good.
him
I'm
like
good.
going in and out of frame right now. Like,
Yeah.
your bod, like what is? Are you good?
Dude,
right
I'm
now?
good.
You're
I'm
just
trying to stay as
casually
still as
disappearing into
possible.
Yeah, like you're talking and I'm listening and I keep seeing that trying to like fidget and get good. Okay, I think you're good. Okay, damn, that sucks. I ski, you snowboard. I
Yeah.
wish I snowboarded. It looks way cooler, gonna be brutally honest,
You
but
can still pick it up.
I just pretty probably a little late to pick it up. I mean,
It's not that. Like,
really,
you
man.
can pick it up. Not gonna be that good, but
Like a bunny hill. All the other kids are learning how to do it. I'm the 22, only 22-year-old on the bunny hill, like sliding down and falling.
yeah.
It's fun. Maybe I'll pick it up again once I'm done running at this level.
When do you think when is that? Do you think, what are your kind of goals? I was just about to ask, what are your kind of goals? Where do you see like short term, long term? Where do you think, what's the next chapter for Lianne?
So that's like kind of, I'm in the midst of all of these like huge changes because I'm starting school.
Yeah.
And I know like when school starts, I mean, it's an accelerated program, so it's going to be really, I don't know. I don't even know what it's going to be like, but it's going to be a lot. Yeah. And I know like I'm not going to be able to run with my team as much as I can right now. So I'm definitely like going to do everything I can to like be at the Olympic trials. But after that, I think I'll probably like take a step back and like just focus on school. I'll definitely like always run because I won't even like say that I'm going to retire, because then you'll probably see me at a race in like a year and I'll be like, just kidding. But yeah, I'll probably just like for the first time in a couple of years, like put something else first besides my running. So
have you ever done that before? Or everything up to your point has been running first?
I think everything, like since my freshman year of college, has been running first.
Do you still, just curious, because I know you said your whole family kind of got you into the running game young. Do you ever think, because we've talked to some athletes who they became runners because they rather do like football or like or like track, and they were like in high school and they picked up running kind of a little later and they fell in love with it through that. Then we talked to other like their teammates in college, the ones that started running really young and made it and took it very serious very young. They like fell out of the love for the sport because they've been training for like 15 plus years and they're like 21. Have you felt like that connection with running's always been there and it still is?
That's a good question, because I do see that a lot. Like a lot of the girls who were so much better than me in high school, like quickly quit the sport after like a year or two in college.
Because exactly, because they kind of realized like I'm 20 and my whole life up to this point's been running. I just kind of want to relax and have some fun.
I think because when I was growing up and in high school and even college, my parents like made sure that like they didn't put like any pressure on me, and they're like, you don't have to do this, like just make sure you're having fun. And like they're like the opposite of the like helicopter coach parents. So
you got training at 6 a.m. on Friday morning before preschool, be there.
Preschool.
No, like I would tell my dad I was like going to the gym one day, and he'd be like, all right, you're training way too hard, like relax. I'm like, Dad, it's fine, I can go to the gym.
Nice. Okay, so growing up for you is more so like this is what you want to do and we're going to support you, not preschool training.
Oh yeah. And I think that allowed me to like kind of come into it on my own. Like when I was super serious about it in college, and up until now, like that's I know that's all come from like within me.
Nice.
So I think, I don't know, I've definitely like wavered. Like there's been times when I'm like, what am I doing? But I always have come back to like, okay, yeah, I still have goals that I want to achieve before I'm done with this.
Nice. What are those? Yeah. What are those goals?
I just want to run a lot faster than I have. That's it.
Like new PRs type thing?
Yeah, and I want to, or like my main goal is to be like in the final at the Olympic trials. I think that's like my number one goal, and then see what happens from there.
Nice.
Awesome.
Outside of running, what's your favorite thing to do? A day off. What are you doing?
I'm kind of like into like crafting and creative stuff like that. So during quarantine, that was my like.
Well, that was the pickup. That's what you picked up or got like.
I mean, I've always been into it, but yeah, I've been like making things for my friends and like I got into weaving.
Nice.
So stuff like that, puzzles, like crossword puzzles, I love.
Word search. Do you like word searches?
Not really.
That's complete backfire. Because growing up, I loved word search.
I mean, growing up, I did, yeah, but I don't know.
I loved them. I would go through those little books that had so many.
Yeah, no, definitely when I was a kid for sure.
Nice. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Cool.
If you like puzzles, do you know who David Dobrik is?
Oh my gosh, yes. I was actually just watching something about that puzzle that
the 100K puzzle.
I was thinking of getting that for my niece because she like loves like TikTok stars, but I don't think it's coming out for a couple of weeks yet. Yeah,
I think you can buy it now. We were gonna get it, but it doesn't ship to Canada. So
really?
For us.
Why is everything
that's a shame. Wait, where in Canada are you guys?
Toronto, just outside of Toronto.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
A lot of my college teammates were from Canada.
Nice.
Where in?
So one of my teammates, Lizzie Whelan, she is from Toronto. Nice. And then my other teammate, Carly, she's from like right around where Niagara Falls is.
Okay. Like St. Catharines?
Yeah, like St. Catharines.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, nice.
And then a couple from other provinces. Like one of my teammates, my roommate was from Saskatchewan.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. So, because my freshman year, my college coach was Canadian. So he recruited a lot of Canadians.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool. I would not have thought that.
I know. Awesome. Well, I think that's kind of coming to the end of the podcast. We had kind of.
This is like the fun part of the podcast.
Yeah.
This is like one of my
ask you all the questions.
So we like to do this little thing called like the speed round. So we're gonna hit back and forth, like just firing quick, like 7 questions at you. Just think of the first thing that comes to your mind. It's like pretty easy. And then and the last one is like a more sentimental one, so you can take time to think about it and give a reason why after. Okay. You want me to start? You?
I can go.
Okay.
First up, what's your favorite sport other than cross country? Or track?
Or running.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Nice. Who's your favorite team? Do you watch it?
I mean, UNC was my favorite team, but professionally, I probably have to say the Celtics. I don't really follow basketball. For like anyone who knows me is going to make fun of me for saying that, but
no, that's okay.
I do appreciate it and I like watching it. I'm not really a sports person.
Oh, okay.
But I like basketball.
Okay, cool.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
Okay, I have a follow. Sorry. What on like your perfect slice? What's your toppings?
I think I'm just gonna have to say like a normal cheese New York slice.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookies and cream.
Yes, good one.
That's his favorite.
Favorite movie?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't know.
Okay.
That's
cats or dogs?
Cats, but I also love dogs. I just really love cats.
Okay, that's fair. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Okay. If you could travel to one place before you die, where would it be?
I really want to go to like French Polynesia, like all of those islands down there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that like Bora Bora and stuff? Or no, or Maldives?
It's like
Is that?
I'm not sure.
Wrong.
I
might be completely wrong.
I don't know. I personally didn't know. I feel like there's someone listening and maybe it's like the guy that's in Maldives is completely off.
Yeah. I don't even know any of the names of the islands. I just know that I want have you seen the movie Moana? The Disney movie?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Well, it takes place down there. And I was like, that would just be so cool to like sail through all these islands, like Moana style.
Nice. Okay, nice. I love that. A lot of reasoning behind that, like that. And then this is like the one where you can think about, like, give a little more time to think about it. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Okay. I might have to get really sentimental, but
Okay.
probably my dad who passed away 2 years ago
Okay.
because I miss him.
Oh, that's a good answer. That's a better answer than mine.
What was your answer?
Mine's Justin Bieber. Can I even know? Can I explain why?
Wait, did you say living or dead, or did I just make that up?
No. We said living, alive.
Oh, okay.
So I would say Justin Bieber, just because like he's had a life of like.
You watched the documentary.
I watched.
You basically had dinner with him like 12 times.
No, I think he was put into fame at a young age, and he's seen stuff that no 11 or 12-year-old should have seen. And I would just like to ask him, just like, hey man, are you okay? How's your life going?
No, that would be interesting. Like I was listening to his newest song, and I was like, maybe he's like not okay.
That is.
You should watch if you.
His series.
Yeah, he has a series, a 10-episode on YouTube, and then a documentary that I actually just watched.
Wait, what?
2 days ago or something? Yeah, it's a really
good. Is Justin Bieber like a Canadian hero?
Nah,
like icon.
He's an icon. He's not like a Canadian hero.
But I would definitely say, like, when you think of Canada, like Drake,
Justin Bieber, hockey.
Like they got like Justin Bieber's like he's an icon. He's gonna go down as like one of the greatest. Like,
yeah, I think he's like if you watch the documentary, I think like the next few years for him are gonna be huge too.
I think so too. Just because like he's been through so many like health things and like mental like
he says he's like good now. So
yeah,
and he was about to go on tour before coronavirus happened. So
oh man.
Yeah, might have to buy tickets when he comes back. Maybe you can get VIP tickets and have dinner with him after.
Everyone laughs at me when I say the Justin Bieber thing.
I think that's a valid point.
Thank you.
There's probably a ton of celebrities or like child stars that would be super interesting to pick their brains.
Justin Bieber, what's up, man? That's fine.
How are you?
That's the point. I want to see like what's good. It's like, how's your life? I think that'd be cool. Anyways, that is coming down to the end of the podcast. You can follow Lianne. I hope I wrote your Insta handle at Lee Farber 92.
Yes.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And you can follow her team on Instagram at Team NB Boston on Instagram as well. Lianne, this was a fantastic podcast. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come on. You know you have a busy schedule.
Of course. So thank you guys.
Means the world to us.
I think this is the first like podcast I've been on, like just me. So
it'll probably be released in like February.
I want to say, yeah, we got a lot of like backlogs.
We backlogged a lot, but we
yeah, you guys have some great people. I'm gonna have to listen to all of them.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. This was.
Well, yeah, we'll keep in touch. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Good luck with everything in the future and school again.
And have a good holidays.
You too.
Awesome.
Thank you. Cheers. Have a good one.
Bye, guys. Yeah.